Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be the second Netflix shows video that I've done. I did one a while back. I will link it somewhere in the cards or down in the description box if I remember. But this is going to be number 2, and I know that most of these shows are still on there. The last one, it took me so long to compile the list, I wasn't even sure if they were still on there. I have 10 must-watch Netflix shows, and I'm just going to jump right in. The first one is Nailed It. I watch this mainly because I like to bake, and I'm one of those people. I've had plenty of fails. So watching people actually attempt to fail in a way, I love it. And they just season 3 just started in May, so I know it's still on. If you like to watch people fail at stuff simply because they know they're bad at it and they want to continue to be bad at it, even though they think they're good, sometimes they actually think they're good, and it's just hilarious. So yeah, definitely a go watch. Number 2 is Fuller House. I watched Full House as a kid. And I'm 26, so I watched the repeats of it. I didn't watch it when it was originally on. I wasn't even alive yet. But it was one of my favorite shows as a kid. So now it's kind of cool to see them in the light that their parents were in. How many years ago when they originally did the first show. So I totally recommend Fuller House. Okay, and the next ones are going to be more criminal related, more crime shows, more paranormal stuff that yeah. The third show is Haunted. It's there are only 5 episodes. I think it's either 5 or 6 episodes. And these people actually tell their stories of what they've experienced, and they get expert testimonials, and I kind of like to see the experts and see what they think versus just hearing somebody's story, because sometimes it's not believable, and then but actually most of these were believable except for one, but that was because it was about aliens, and I'm just not into the alien stuff. When I think haunted, I don't think aliens, so I don't know why they included aliens in haunted. But if you like ghost stories, totally go watch it. Okay, number 4 is Paranormal Survivor. This show was actually on TV. I think it still is. But they have 2 seasons on Netflix, and I actually hadn't seen most of them. Like Haunted, they get people to come tell their paranormal experiences, because they don't have expert testimony on this one. This was more or less either I believe it or I don't, based off how well the story is told. And I like these shows because I know I'm not a skeptic to any extent. I know something's out there. I know there's something on the other side, or whatever you want to call it. And last Halloween, I did do my haunted house ghost story experience, so I will link that somewhere. That way, if you want an actual ghost story. Okay, so number 5 is Inside the Criminal Mind. And this show looked at the different criminals, or the different types of criminals, like serial killers, cult leaders. I think it looked at a bunch of different ones and kind of explained what they're thinking and why they think that way. They did Drug Lords too, and I don't know why. I didn't watch that one. My favorite one was Cult Leaders. And the serial killer one wasn't bad either. So, and I don't want to give too much away on these shows, because I'm one of those people that I will think I'm not giving too much away, and I will give away the entire show. Okay, and the next one is Confessions of a Serial Killer, Ted Bundy. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. It's something to do with Ted Bundy. If that's not it, I'll figure it out and I'll put it on the screen somewhere. So, and this show actually involved some of his recordings that they had. So, it was actual confessions from Ted Bundy. It wasn't just made up stuff that, or stuff from other people, and it was actually his confessions. And that's pretty much all it was. Okay, so number 7 is Mindhunter. And this was supposed to be, if you like Criminal Minds, you'll like this show, because this is supposed to be the beginning of the BAU, which is what Criminal Minds was them working in the BAU, but this shows how it got started. And it's supposed to be coming with a new season this year. Has not come out yet. And I'm wanting that second season really bad. Okay. And they do throw in some actual criminals. Well, it's not actual criminals. They throw in actual cases that were going on at the time. No. Number 8 is Killer Legends. I like this because it actually looked at the legends that you hear as a kid, like of you can't go here because the dude with the hook hand's gonna kill you, and all this and all that stuff. And it actually looks at how these legends got started, why they got started, and if there's actual any factual basis behind them. And then it throws in like it was talking about babysitter murders, and it added in Halloween and a few other horror movies that were kind of based off of the actual legend. And this show is an hour long, but it's totally worth it. And it's actually only one show, so it's probably more of a movie, but I'm considering a TV show because it didn't hit my time requirement for a movie. The next one is The Real Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I was thinking this was going to look at Ed Gwynn in Wisconsin. It was just supposed to be the base. They called it The Real Texas Chainsaw Massacre because that's what they based the actual movie off of. No. This show was based off of an actual murder that took place in Texas. So it wasn't what I thought it was. But it wasn't a bad show, and I actually learned about a murder I'd never heard about before. Okay, and my 10th and final show on this list is Historical Roast. This is freaking hilarious. It's raunchy, it's nasty, it's got some historical basis, and it's just funny. Because I'm pretty sure it's Jeff Ross. If it's not, I'm sorry, and I'll put the real name down below. But I'm pretty sure it's Jeff Ross, and it's him, all these historical figures he wanted to meet that he never got to, come into play, and he roasts them. And they did Abraham Lincoln, Cleopatra, Anne Frank, Muhammad Ali, and there was another one. Crap. I can't remember the other one. But it is hilarious. And fair warning, if you don't like stuff like this, don't watch it. If you don't like the nasty comedy stuff, then don't watch it. Because Hitler is included in the Anne Frank one, so don't watch it if you're going to get offended. I'm just not, when it comes to stuff like this, I'm not easily offended. Even though I thought I would be with Abraham Lincoln one, but I wasn't, so you have to watch this shit if you find any kind of sick comedy funny. So that's it for my 10 must-watch Netflix shows. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've not done so already, hit the red subscribe button down below. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.